Hello everyone! Welcome back to the second episode of this beloved and challenging modded playthrough of Terraria. Before we even begin, we should recap things in case you've missed out or forgot about what happened in the first episode. So I started the world, immediately had to face two fronts and build walls to protect myself. Then I made the base and created tunnels and discovered trapping strategies. That was pretty much it for the first episode. I'm not sure what's going to be the goal here. However, Barcewa decided to help out and join my game. This makes matters much better as he can clear out the boring tasks. Anyways, let's begin this episode. Past the flesh trap that I've created, I'm digging a tunnel to chop down the trees and the roots. This is a much safer strategy to equip, as trying to chop them in the surface would be impossible because of the immense spawn rate of slimes. I have also thought about removing the platforms above, as they serve no point due to the mobs spawning on them. Additionally, it would be safer to explore the world within the tunnels. I will remove those platforms sooner or later.
The most important thing that should be removed are the doors. Considering that the guests are suicidal and brain-dead, they will leave the doors open just for the opportunity of mobs to breach and invade the base.
To be honest, that isn't really true. They only open the doors when they feel threatened by the mobs whom invaded the safe zone, which is a rare situation that resides in the millions. Besides, if it were to happen, the guests can easily take down the mobs as they react in light speed with their powerful weapons.
Wonderful. If a man-yielding rifle was trapped in a coliseum with 20 lions, would he be able to presumably shoot all of them without getting killed? Absolutely not. This scenario applies to the same situation that we are in with this game.
Darn, I suppose you're right. When I really connect it together from real life to this game, the odds of our guests and ourselves included wouldn't be able to stand a fucking chance with probably like 100 slimes in this gear setup.
Exactly. We've finally reached the ground of common sense in this matter. Glad to see you disregarding shitty excuses that don't make any fucking sense.
I disagree with the excuses part. Nowhere in my mind that I can recollect a memory of myself making a poor excuse, except if I was probably in 7th grade when I stupidly threw a paper airplane at my teacher and pretended as if someone else did it. Anyways, without that nonsense, we really need magic storage collections. I know we are just in the early stages of the game, but I admit myself to being an extraordinarily impatient man. The base also just looks like shit, and again, I don't see myself as a creative constructor in this game. I might have to go down and run to the other side and close that door. My guests just had to open it when there was no immediate danger in sight. Okay, wait, I'm trying to think. I feel like the doorway effect had just hit me.
You were forgetting something, aren't you? I forgot what you originally wanted to do.
I don't know. I will, just kill the slimes with my bow. I don't know why they are in the safe zone of my base. Oh hey, we've got a green slime banner. That's going to be handy for the massacre of a diversity slime population. I also just received a spelunker potion. I believe that is used for locating minerals and ores. I will keep this to myself in the future.
May as well hand that potion to me. As you didn't already know, I am spelunking right now.
Why would I do that? It's the traditional saying of finders, keepers. Get your own, you dirty beggar.
Now, I was going to reply back with a rebuttal. What caught to my attention is the fact that one of the guests died. Does that certainly mean—
Oh my god! It's the doors that I was forgetting about. They are both opened right now, shit!
Well then, what the fuck were you doing up at the base? If you saw that there are slimes in the safe zone of the base, then the doors are fucking open. Why the fuck do you have to be so retarded, you dumbass?
I don't know, fuck, the zombies are here now. Try to get away from the manhole. Zombies can fall through the platforms. Oh great, I just had totally dicked myself. There are a billion slimes in the base. The zombies are breaching in my Vietnamese tunnels. Everything is going wrong all in a second.
Well, no thanks to your incompetence, this is the result of your own doing. So don't pretend to flush yourself out of the problem.
Whatever,
you've
man,
created.
it's not my fault. I just had a large brain fog that clogged my mind.
What the fuck? How the fuck did the zombie get into my hole? This was your fault.
Maybe put some blocks over your head, genius.
Fuck you. Move to the right so that I can gasp for space.
I'm on the right of this tunnel. I can move to the very right, but I am afraid of the demon's eyes clipping into
Oh
the
my
blocks.
god, I didn't think it would be that many. I will try to get in the second tunnel. Oh shit. Come over here, you fucking hell pigs.
Now that's the spirit Barsiwa. Don't fear them. Be feared. Oh,
If your bitch ass didn't create an awful distracting statement like that, I would have fucking survived.
as this night goes on, I've taken advantage of the flesh trap. Now all of these bastards are going down due to their rotten brains. I hope that demon eye doesn't...
Please die.
Fuck!
Haha.
Why the fuck did I not place a
I
block?
plead for a fine wine on the table.
So, the night is almost over and I managed to do it without dying.
That is absolutely incorrect. You died 3 to 4 times in this session. Quite embarrassing, as your deaths could have been kindergartenly prevented.
All right, buddy. We are on fair terms. We've both dipped our heads into the ground, making tunnels like we are ants because, like, the spawns are immense. This modded playthrough is impossible. I don't think the wall of flesh can be beaten.
It's rather possible. Without my help, you can do it. I'd stop it right there if I were you.
Personally, the end game of Terraria wouldn't be the moon. The Duke Fishron it is. Do you agree with that statement?
You quote it as personal, so it's your opinion to hold on, and I have nothing against it. If I were to treat it as a fact, then yes. Duke Fishron is a perfect way to end Terraria instead of progressing your way to the moon boss with the tedious session of killing the lunar pillars. Lastly, the moon boss has the worst gameplay ever. It's fucking dogshit. I hope 1.4.5 changes the final boss for the better.
You said it better than I can. We should form our political party in the Terrarian community.
I'd rather chop my nose off with a plier than that shit. Politics in general brings the worst out of people. If you believe this is a good case, leave me out of the picture.
You know what? I indefinitely agree with your statement. I don't get how people are desensitized to be referred as a fascist, racist, or homophobe. On the other side, you can be referred as pedophiles who want to indoctrinate children. We used to talk about politics back then in the glory days of TWJ, but that's old news.
We got a little carried away with this political bullshit. What should we do now, as the morning arrived?
I created jester arrows to fire and pierce through the slimes, a plan to lead their inevitable death in quick possession. As for you, do whatever the fuck you please.
All right, gosh, I just wish I had your loadout. Seeing those jester arrows light into the bright sky like a firework, I feel excluded in your world with my horrendous newbie loadout. Although your set cannot beat my sexy humanoid character.
I didn't notice until now. For your pleasure, it particularly matches to your profile picture. Great work, Barsiwa.
I knew you would cram a bunch of delightful messages that mail to my character. I accept your thanks.
It's a two-dimensional video game. No need to add makeup to a bunch of pixels and act like it's the greatest thing in the fucking universe.
Oh my fucking nigger. You were just bitching about how your base looks ugly. You hypocritical piece of shit.
Okay, let's not beef with each other. Remember, we are working together and devising strategies. So how about
You started this shit. I'm sorry to cut your future plans in this game, but I have to call out your unacceptable behavior. You are slowly falling into the bushes of the old sapphire that you were. I don't want to see the demented prick that you were. Do better, for the love of God.
Whatever. Just try not to die because they cracked your shields. Oh wait, this isn't Fortnite. I have something else to mention. We are not progressing at all in this session. Even with Barsawa's help, all he did was dug a manhole. Everything else I did was just create more tunnels and farm for banners and yada yada.
You should be grateful that I completed a quarter off the trip to the underworld in that muddy puddy cave that you so called.
True. I'd like to thank you for committing a task that requires a bunch of patience to do. Digging straight down is the equivalence of watching a paint wall dry.
Absolutely. The worst part is digging straight down and stumbling upon a pool of water. That shit pisses me off. Which happened earlier as I attempted to clear out the water until I was killed by a fucking zombie that fell in the manhole.
That must have sucked. Also, there's a flying fish coming to you. Be careful.
Oh, right. By the way, the base may need a rehaul. As a person who isn't diagnosed with OCD, I still hate the look of the base. It's horrendously generic and absurd to maneuver around and glance at. Of course, we cannot do it right now, as the safe zone has been infested by hostile mobs.
I was thinking of, how did the mobs even get there in the first place?
Did you fucking forget? The door's silly.
Righteous. The whole objective of this episode is honestly to close the damn doors. It's practically impossible because a new mob just comes in and blocks the doorway. Not to mention the immaculate horde of slimes that are extremely hard to kill as they just come in and in.
In offense, I told you to close the doors from the very beginning, yet you refused to listen. All of my deaths are on your hands. You created this problem. Now we have to fix it.
Yikes. Quit with the dick riding. I'm tired of constantly being berated by the same issue that was on my end. I recognize the problem and deem myself as the culprit to this issue. Now, can you just stop it from now on?
Fine. I appreciate the fact that you managed to owe up to your mistake. It's abnormal to see you sensing common ground. Although, this doesn't fix everything, as the problem is still present.
Thank you. We've finally agreed upon something in a civilized manner. The flesh trap I created earlier in the first episode should be abandoned. I am no longer pleased for whatever I have. It's only catering to an audience of zombies, not the slimes. Therefore, I am making a new contraption that targets both zombies and slimes. This contraption will result in efficient trials. I can create a long platform of wood from which I am standing on. This is where the slimes will be trapped. In the very bottom of this, zombies will be trapped underneath the slimes as they fall through platforms depending on the height you stand forth. All of this has got into my mind, as judging by the mass amount of umbrella slimes that are on top of me, this brought an idea in my head to extinguish them in quick possession. With this efficient strategy, the umbrella slimes, or any hostile mobs in general, wouldn't be able to invade the base. As an additional lead upon that, I can close the damn doors. The new flesh trap that expands upon its predecessor delivers an easier position of closing the doors. Quite, I forgot to mention, this is going to double the size of my previous trap. The ground above will be dug off so there would be a huge gap for the hostile mobs to fall in. This whole planning has gotten my brain in perfect wheeling. Do you have anything to propose for this idea, Barsiwa?
I have no objections nor any ideas to add with your planning. I will have to say, this is brilliant on the approach give and take. However, I want to see the final product fully executed in promised shape.
By all means, I won't screw this up. If this is completed before the night approaches, a deformative execution will be out of the picture.
Speaking of deformities, I saw your video last night. I thought to bring up your attention to that as we perform the tedious tasks in this game.
I didn't see how the video performed. I am doing this for personal and to entertain oneself. Was there any negative status latched onto it?
In general, not really. The video brought itself to over 200 views, 4 likes and 1 dislike. Then, lastly, 3 comments, including 1 reply.
Huh, that's quite surprising. I got 200 views on my first video. I was expecting about 4 to 5. The algorithm was on my side, I suppose. How were the comments like? I'd expect positivity from the great softness of Terrarians.
Oh boy. The positive comments were anything but positive.
I'm sorry. What do you mean that they were not positive? That's impossible in the snowflake. Well, actually, the GD community are truly weaklings, but tell me what they said.
The first initial comment was, well, quite rude, to be honest with you, although I do agree with it.
So I'd assume you replied to that comment?
Indeed.
You didn't tell me what they officially said. Don't sum it up with a spoiler. Say what they exactly said from your memory.
What they exactly said from your memory. Done.
Dude, I'm not
said it
fucking
for you.
playing with you. Stop trying to be a goofball and just reiterate the comments.
Haha, the first comment said your voice was fucking insufferable. Then another guy said that he agreed and stated he would rather listen to a 12-year-old talk than your voice. They all directly insulted your voice. What a fucking embarrassment and humiliation if I had to sum it up for you.
Are you fucking serious? Fuck all of those trashy shit stains who want to get under my skin over a fucking thing that I can't control. I am sober now, ditched alcohol, and yet these fuckers want to call me out on my voice? You pieces of shit.
Haha, that was the reaction I was fully anticipating. God, I just love the internet sometimes.
Fuck you too as well, Barsiwa. I feel heavily betrayed for all of the effort that I put into the early and present episode. I thought we were good friends.
You declared as yourself as sober. For fuck's sake, we were never good friends, you idiot. I just came here to carry your bitch ass.
Well, I don't need your help for next episode. I will prove it to you that I don't need to get carried.
I am enlightened. You cannot cut any deaths in the next episode. It has to be fully raw for what the people have to see.
I'm going to test this with full braveness. I cornered myself in this dead-end tunnel. I'd hope the long-arm zombies don't whack me from this distance while I stab them with my golden short sword. Oh, fantastic. This is working as I didn't expect it. By the way, I have cut a little bit of footage. Not that I died, but there was very little progression made. The biggest achievement aside from the yet-to-be-closed doors is the slime contraption. When the slimes are leaning against the wall, you can just use your quick golden short sword and stab them until they are dead. They stay there due to the knockback of this short sword. I'm going to make an attempt by performing a similar task previously. This will be slightly harder due to the demon eye. That's specifically what I will track down and aim at it with my short sword. So far, this is going fine as the demon eyes cannot hit me yet. However, I have the need to kill these slimes. They were supposed to be dead right before the night approached. They are not welcome here at this hour. Alright, this might be too shabby, but I can't see the fucking demon eyes. There's 3 of them to make matters much worse. Okay, now I'm retreating. Shit, fuck.
What happened up there, Sapphire? Did you die fair and square? Are you going to blame the game for your death? Fucking dumbass.
Wow, you're such a comedian. You should have totally won a Nobel Prize for that one. Dickhead.
You seem triggered. That is objectively deserved.
What's really kicking my boots is the fact that I dropped 10 fucking gold coins.
You can earn it back easily with this mod. Developing trap strategies is not uncommon in this game.
Aside from that, though, I managed to close one door. However, it was on the right, which doesn't matter the most as the right side has the slime contraption.
Why didn't you close the blooding left then?
You're right, I should have...
Don't fucking right me
Holy
like that.
shit!
I'm not fucking finished, nigga. You do that all the fucking time. You're just trying to turn down the issue by pretending that you actually agree with me. Please, enough with that sodding shit.
Was it justified to fucking rape my ears with Krakatoa decibels? No, I don't fucking think so. I do see the point you're trying to make, but the approach was terrible.
That was the only way to grab your attention. You fall asleep all the time with your drunken abilities. I agree, that was pretty fucked up to do. But spare me the bullshit of excuses you try to fucking make.
Whatever. The excuses are not going to be mentioned once more. The last part of this episode, I will be developing a new slime contraption. Now, you viewers may be wondering, didn't you just create one on the right? Yes, but naturally, this left side has a lot of mobs that come into the already infested safe zone. Therefore, another trap must be constructed to prevent mobs from breaching in both sides.
Have fun with that. I will be going back down in the manhole.
All right, just make sure to place double blocks above you. Wait, why are you pausing?
This zombie wanker is in the fucking way. He has an arm, so if I even dare to go down there, would be his feast.
Why don't you attempt to quickly go down past him in the manhole?
The knockback will send my ass flying. It's utterly useless to even devise a plan like that. I am poorly equipped as I'm lacking a wooden bow to offend him. This short sword won't do jack shit.
Try to craft a wooden bow as you do have wood, right?
Wood and stone, not in my inventory. However, I have an idea which I should have done a couple of seconds ago. I will just simply dig past him and avoid him touching my glorious sweat.
Sounds magnificent. Time to block these gaps, as these slimes will be trapped in this dooming pit. After that, I will remove the surface block so the slimes in my base, outside of the base, will fall into here. At the bottom, I will just effortlessly stab them from the bottom, putting jabs at slight ease. I needlessly forgot to put the platform so that I can reach them. I'm quite lazy to build a zombie contraption as they wouldn't be able to open the door anyway. And oh my goodness, these flying fuck-wats had to slow down my killing. I just fucking hate these flying hostile enemies, they annoy my ass.
Nothing is more annoying than finding a pool of water when you dig straight down, forcing you to create an alternative route to get past it. That's way worse than whatever the fuck you are dealing with.
I require you to shut your pie hole. I'm trying to get these slimes in a halt. So that I can close the door, I have to expand the gap space. The slimes from the left and right are skipping the hole with their big bunny hops. With a bigger gap, more slimes can fall into the pit of doom, utilizing this method to its fullest potential. Before I did that, I was rudely interrupted by these fucking assholes. I will trap them for the rest of eternity. Otherwise, I will torture them with thrill in my mindset.
Very strange, Sapphire. You have a wife and kids, yet the most thrilling thing you want is revenge. I'd be leaning more onto the positive side and leave the negative at dust.
Oh, you just want to see me angry? Well, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I closed both of the doors. The problem from the very beginning is finally solved in the very end.
Want a sodding cookie? I sense you asking for an award.
Unfortunately for you, rage bait is no longer in my dictionary. So quit embarrassing yourself with inexcusable attempts of tomato conversion with a human being.
Damn it. You're fucking smart now, you egotistical bastard.
Haha, I'd kindly take that as a polite compliment. Anyways, time to get rid of these darn doors for good. Although what you said earlier is going to be executed later. A rehaul of this base should be declared in the next episode. There you have it, folks. That was the second episode of Terraria. No further recapping to do. That will be done on the third episode. I will see you all in the next episode.
Wait.
What is it that you possibly want to do, Barsewa?
Subscribe to my channel, Sapphire's viewers. The Barsewa project it is. Don't watch this drunken asshole at all.